This is Horizon Worlds, and this world is the Knowby Cabin. Horizon Worlds is a space where you can build your own personal world however you like, using basic polygons and basic shapes like cones and things, macaronis, and others. But yeah, this entire world is built from the ground up using basic shapes, and is a faithful recreation of the cabin from Evil Dead 2. So we'll go past our Tim Burton inspired trees that I've built, and make our way down to the cabin, since it seems that the road here, something has gone wrong with the bridge. To those of you who are familiar with the Evil Dead, you'll already know exactly what that is, but we'll come around on the other side of that. First, we have to make our way down a trail that I know, and it won't even cost you $4,500. So we'll make our way through these spooky woods down to a cabin owned by some people that I know. Oh, a friend of mine knows. He says he knows him. Anyway, we're gonna hang out here for the weekend. Those of you who are familiar with Evil Dead, you'll recognize very quickly what we're coming up on, but for those of you who aren't, I highly recommend you check out Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. Great feature films, directed by the great Sam Raimi of Spider-Man fame. But this is what he was doing in his early days when he still got to do what he wanted to do. So, we are coming up on the Knowby Cabin itself here. This is a very familiar road to many people. Down that way it leads to the broken bridge, and this way it leads to a lone cabin in the woods. One of the most famous swings of all time here, out on the porch. I don't think we should go inside right away. I'd like to check out the architecture here. Note that there's a fireplace there. Looks very quaint. These Tim Burton trees are really giving me the skeevies, though. Looks like there's a back door here. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Infamous woodshed. A line so good they thought it was dubbed. A chainsaw. I think we'll take that along for good measure. I'll leave the lantern here. Sneak in the back real quick and just grab this because it feels right. Yeah, so this is a good place to point out that this program, Horizon Worlds, is basically MS Paint in VR. It's not super. So, sometimes it's the best you can do. There we go. And those of you familiar with the trilogy already know whose grave that is. A moment of silence for Linda. And then we'll take a look inside this place. Seems to be a rather nice cabin. Maybe a little rundown. That deer gives me the creeps. What's this? Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Roughly translated, Book of the Dead. I think we'd better leave that alone. I wouldn't trust that recording either. The name Linda comes to mind. Well, I don't see how anything bad could ever happen in a place like this. It seems quite serene. And that's the Knowby Cabin.